In a world where every inaccuracy on a LEGO minifigure is completely ridiculed and basically diminishes the figure completely, that LEGO fans would have that same sort of mindset for every minifigure, but that is actually far from the case. See, whenever it comes to targeting minifigures for their small, minor inaccuracies, LEGO fans typically like to target clones, whether it be because of their helmet holes or just minor flaws in the printing. They go ham on the figure and pretty much just convince everybody that the figure is bad. But what about figures that are not clones, such as Jedi? Typically, LEGO fans don't really come for Jedi, because most of the time LEGO does get the Jedi right. And if there is any minor flaws, it's not that big of a deal because, I mean, quite honestly, the LEGO community does not really care enough to target Jedi as much as they care enough to target clones. That brings me to the target of today's video, that being the modern day Anakin Skywalker, specifically his look from Revenge of the Sith. Anybody who's ever seen Star Wars or has watched Revenge of the Sith would know that this figure is blatantly inaccurate, and that one thing that is making him inaccurate is his hairpiece. So yeah, I mean, this is the 2008 Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker hairpiece that has been multiple times, it has been used for Revenge of the Sith Anakin, and it's just inaccurate through and through. They didn't even, make him a new piece. They literally just ported his Clone Wars hair onto Revenge of the Sith Anakin, and it is so inaccurate. It doesn't even look like him from Revenge of the Sith, and nobody talks about it because they're all so upset that the printing on a clone trooper is a little bit off. Here is the Clone Wars figure that the hairpiece originated from. Works perfectly. I mean, this is a perfect representation of Anakin Skywalker's hairpiece from the Clone Wars. Even in the back, it has like the little, I guess, kind of like sprawled out a bit, and it's just perfect. Here's a closer look at it. Yeah, really, really good. But I'm going to take a closer look at actual images from both the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith, just to show you guys how inaccurate it is. So here is the Anakin that hairpiece is based off of. Clone Wars look, it works perfectly. They legit made that hairpiece for this version of Anakin, so it works perfectly well. But then here is Revenge of the Sith Anakin, obviously two completely different looks. This Anakin's hair comes way down pretty much to his shoulders, and yeah, it's just completely different than his Clone Wars look. I still don't know why LEGO has not changed this. They could easily make a new mold or just even extend the length of the current mold that they're using. But either way, it's just completely inaccurate. So all that being said, the hairpiece is just blatantly inaccurate, and it kind of annoys me because, like, Anakin Skywalker is my favorite Jedi, pretty much of all time. Like, he's just so cool. He's the chosen one. And the fact that they just can't get the hairpiece right for Revenge of the Sith, I feel like that's what we as a community should be focusing on, rather than just targeting minor things. This is a full-on hairpiece inaccuracy. But anyways, I am going to get into some ways that I try to kind of fix it, because there are some other hairpieces out there that do work way better than this one. So I'm not sure that's the fact that back in the day, like the early 2000s, the hairpiece is actually more accurate for Anakin. That being this hairpiece, which is this. So I know it looks really goofy, but honestly, it's more accurate because it has the length, and yeah. But so they went from this to this, both inaccurate, but this one I think is actually more accurate. So that was like the original about it. Then they went for this, and it's kind of what they stuck with. Other options are this sort of medium length hair. It's not perfect, but it kind of has that length that he's supposed to have. You can also do this, I believe this is like Lloyd's hairpiece from Ninjago, but it's in brown. So this looks pretty good, especially for like whenever he turns evil and he's like fighting Obi-Wan on Mustafar. It kind of gets like all messed up, like his hair, and so I think that's good. The back looks really good for Anakin. And then my personal favorite is this hairpiece, Andor's hairpiece. It would literally be perfect if the part was just the other way. but I'm able to look past that because it has like the length that Anakin has in Revenge of the Sith, and it's like curly in the back, or wavy, I guess. And yeah, I just think it looks the best for Anakin. So, you know, even if they just started making Anakin figures look like that, that would even be better. Like, you know, it's just that I feel like this is a lot better than, you know, giving him his Clone Wars look. Because then, you know, you're able to stand these guys next to each other and you can differentiate. The one on the right is the Clone Wars and the one on the left is live action. So yeah, you know, this is just something I've always kind of said in the past, is that I wish that LEGO would give Anakin a accurate Revenge of the Sith hairpiece. I mean, honestly, they could even make a new mold. That's what they did for 2008 Anakin. They made a new mold for his hairpiece. They could just make a new mold for this Anakin. Hopefully they do later down the road. I mean, I think in 2025, Revenge of the Sith is going to have its 20-year anniversary. So maybe then they'll do it, but either way, this is what I'm going to be working with until then. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hit like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.